Hi and welcome to Advice Accreditation Bureau, the comedy podcast where we think everyone has advice, just not all of it is good. My name is Andy Prokopis and today I'm joined by someone you might recognise from Utopia, Deadlock and Taskmaster, and she's about to hit LA for the premiere of her short film at the Burbank International Film Festival. Please welcome Nina Oyama.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm about to hit LA. That makes me sound so fancy.
You are very fancy.
I'm not that fancy. Well, the film that's premiering in LA is like a film that me and my friends sort of made, like for a laugh, I guess, as a Trup Fest submission. Yeah. And then we just thought we were just like, oh, it's never going to see the light of day. And as a joke, not as a joke, but we were sort of like, we submitted it to Trup Fest. It didn't get in. We were like, whatever. And then we had screenings with like a couple of rejected Trup Fests. Other filmmakers that had like put on festivals specifically for rejected Trup Fest videos. Yeah. And at both screenings, like the reception for our film was really amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so we were like, screw it. We'll just apply to a bunch of random stuff.
Great.
And now we're going to LA.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I won't lie. When I saw your story yesterday of you with a big suitcase, I'm like, Nina, we're recording tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that was like an old picture. I haven't taken like a nice new picture for like I reckon 6 weeks.
Okay.
Because I've just been like in the throes of moving shit and moving house. Moving house is crazy.
Moving house is awful.
Like you have to pack up your whole life. Like I feel like I'm living in a hotel and like one night soon I'll go back to like my old house. Like it's so weird.
You're post-move now, aren't you?
I'm post-move. So we've moved into the new place.
Yeah, great.
And it is great and I love it. But there is this thing where I like go to bed in a new bed and I'm like, where am I? Like, you know, I feel like a dementia patient. I'm like, where am I? You know?
Yeah, so I'm pre-move and I'm in that spot of, have you heard the expression, you spend 20% of the time packing 80% of the things and 80% of the time packing the last 20%.
Oh.
And so I'm in that window where everything that I use every day is still out.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow when we move, it's just going to be this mad boom into... Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
I can't wait.
It's so crazy how it is like you're moving for so long, but like it feels like your house never changes or your room never changes. And then it is like that last day where it's empty and you're like, whoa. Yeah. How did that all click into place?
Yeah. Yeah. So happy in the new place?
Yes. Yeah. It's a really beautiful spot. It's really good. The only thing is that our friend used to have the place and it was like he loved it so much and he was like, I'm moving out but I want you to have the place. And then we were like, I told my housemate that I was moving out and I sort of gave her the rough date that my friend was moving out of his apartment and then she sort of like just kind of moved someone else in without kind of explicitly telling me, being like, hello Nina, are you ready to move out? Can I move this person in? Is this okay? Like she didn't have the proper clear conversation. And so I sort of ended up getting shafted a little bit earlier than I would have liked because we hadn't gotten the lease. This is like not even good content. This is just problems in my life. But we hadn't gotten the lease. And so there was like about 2 weeks there where all my stuff was moved out of my house and I wasn't sure if we were going to get to move into the new place. But then we did and it's all good.
It's a happy ending.
And everyone's happy. Yeah. But I was just like, ugh.
And also having to move twice as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But it was kind of good because I'm moving in with my partner for the first time.
Amazing.
And so we packed up my place first, put everything scattered around the city. Yep. Like just random people have taken like random storage boxes. I call them my Horcruxes.
I was going to say.
Because I'm like, oh, if you destroy this house in the inner west, well, guess what? On the North Shore, there's at least 2 more boxes of clothes. You will not destroy my wardrobe. But yeah, it was good because I just moved out all my stuff and then we moved all his stuff from his studio into the apartment.
Great.
And then now we're like slowly putting in my stuff. And anyway, it's so boring to talk about moving. No. But it's traumatic, I think.
It's relatable trauma.
Yeah.
Everyone's moved at some point. Yeah.
It's like you're uprooting your soul or some shit.
Yeah. And tell me, so doing a bit of research ahead of it, having you on, you've got so many credits to your name. Like, what do people approach you or say, oh, I know you from the most, do you reckon?
It sort of depends on what suburb I'm in.
Okay.
Like, I reckon if it's like the inner west, it's usually Deadlock. But like, I went to Canberra recently and I got approached a lot for Utopia.
Yep,
Obviously,
of
like
course.
they're all public servants, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. And then when Taskmaster was airing, I got approached by kids a lot, which was kind of cool. And like, I remember after Taskmaster aired, I went to Europe because I was like, finally a holiday, and I was in like Zurich or some shit at the airport, and this little kid was like, "Are you Nina from Taskmaster?" And I was
incredible.
just like, "Damn, yeah." So
What a
I guess
thrill.
when I'm in Zurich, Taskmaster.
Yeah, awesome. Does anyone recognize you as the
A writer for anything?
Oh.
Absolutely not. That's like the worst thing about like having credits that are not related to on screen, because
course.
you sort of, no one cares or knows.
I was going to say, does anyone recognize you as the Labubu from the Mitch Trury chat show?
No, sadly.
Yeah,
I
stunning
wish.
performance.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. I labubu'd so close to the sun there.
Yeah, that was so. Were you meant to be for a Halloween episode, or what was?
Yes,
the
so I
story
was
there?
booked in for a Halloween episode, but then I didn't realize that I'd made this like huge double booking and couldn't do it.
Yeah,
and
got it.
so then I like went back and was like,
And you
I'll
had-
just wear this outfit.
Fantastic.
I know. Should I have worn my Labubu
No,
costume?
no.
For you? I meant
It's
like
winter.
I
Yeah,
could. Yeah,
it's-
I could do it. It's quite warm in here actually. It's freezing out there, but I think I could do it.
Yeah, I say in my little.
Yeah,
tank
your
here.
tiny little. You should wear a Labubu
Yeah,
costume.
yeah,
You
look-
get heaps of clicks.
It's
Yeah. You
Oh,
should get your feet out and wear the Labubu costume. That's like, yeah.
We haven't even got to the advice part.
Oh, damn.
That is
Okay.
great
Well,
advice.
yeah, as everyone says, Confucius say, get your feet out and wear a Labubu costume.
Excellent. No, it's definitely. I'll put it in the content strategy. Yeah, but thank you for coming along
no
to
worries.
the Advice Accreditation Bureau, where I ask each of my guests to bring a piece of advice that they swear by and a piece of advice that presents itself as good, but they actually think is nonsense. And then we may tackle a listener dilemma.
Ooh, I
Yes.
can't wait.
Yes.
I
So,
love listener dilemmas.
so Nina Oyama, what
Yes.
is a piece of advice that you swear by?
Ooh, piece of advice that I swear by is a good life is the best revenge. Because I think I'm like a really vengeful person, and I think I used to like be really fantastical about like all that stuff. I don't know. I was thinking like the other day, my when me and my friend were in uni, we were like lived in a share house together, and she went through this like we were both going through like epic breakups, and she was like, my dream, like we were both like on the other side of the break, like we've both been dumped basically.
yep.
Is what I'm saying. It was really humiliating. I've never been dumped before, so it was really hard.
And not since.
And not since,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I've always done the dumping. I'm like, if you leave first, then like no one can ever hurt you. It's actually genius. That's my other piece of advice. If you leave first, no one can ever hurt you. And no one will ever know you, and that's great. But yeah, we were talking, and she was like, my ultimate fantasy is that like I'm on stage at like an RSL playing guitar, and I'm like, well, babe, like that's where you've already got it wrong. Like if that's
Yeah.
your ultimate
Yeah,
fantasy.
yeah.
But she's like, I'm playing guitar at an RSL, and I'm on stage, and like everyone's like loving me and clapping and cheering, and like people are crying, and my ex is there and he's at the back and he's watching me have this like beautiful impact on the crowd. And then at the end of the show, he comes up to me and he's like, babe, like I made a mistake, like I want you back. And her fantasy is that she's like, well, it's too late, and also this is my husband and he owns a house. And I was like, I think about that a lot, because I'm like, that's so funny that it's like the RSL is so funny.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
like, this is my husband and
And
he owns a house. But I think about that a lot, because I was like, well, my ultimate fantasy is that like I'm on a billboard and my ex sees that and feels a lot of complicated feelings, and I don't remember who he is at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, you're like not even a blip in my mind.
Yeah.
So that's why I think a good life is.
Yeah.
The
No,
best revenge.
I love this advice. I do just want to touch on your friend for a second. So, can I ask why the husband owns a house and it's not a we? Is she a
I don't know, man. Like, I went to
gender
university
roles
in the country. Like, it was just, like, that's why she's on stage at an RSL instead of the Acer Arena. I'm like, dream bigger, babe.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on.
And she turned out to be Taylor Swift.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I was like, you should totally. But even Taylor Swift, like, I guess a good life is the best revenge. But her whole thing is like, she would have no songs if she wasn't getting totally fucked over by the people she dated all the time.
Totally. That inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, she just got married.
I know.
How crazy is that?
What do we think of the MSG wedding?
Oh, well, I haven't seen anything from it. I don't know what it is.
There's going to be a documentary, surely.
Oh, there's got to be. But I also am like, do it. Like, I'm like, get married at Madison Square Garden.
Totally.
Like, what a like egregious display of like wealth and power. Like, of course, get married at Madison Square Garden in the heart of New York City. The setting for 1989.
And I would, great album, by the way.
Great.
Great album.
Are you a Swiftie?
Yeah.
I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah, I'm
Are
a
you like a secret Swiftie, or are you like a?
No, I'm out and proud. I'm not a radical Swiftie.
Yeah.
But
you're not like a diehard.
Not a diehard. I don't go down the rabbit holes. I'm not like.
You're not like a Gayla.
Yeah.
You don't think she's bi.
I don't think she's bi. Oh, yeah.
I think she's bi. Unfortunately,
she could be bi. I don't necessarily.
You don't care.
I don't care. Like, I hope she's happy.
I do. I think Taylor Swift behavior is so like quintessential chaotic bisexual behavior. Like, I just think she's all like, I don't know, mixed up in the head. And I feel like there's 2 albums that were definitely about Carly Kloss, allegedly.
Okay.
And that sort of was my avenue into Taylor Swift.
So as someone not in the rabbit hole, so is there the theory that she and Carly Kloss were together, or she had feelings for Carly Kloss? Or?
Oh, yeah. So do you know who Carly Kloss is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a model that looks exactly like Taylor Swift. It's uncanny. They look like twins.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's this whole conspiracy theory that they were together and they broke up, and then she wrote Folklore and Evermore, which are 2 of her like queerest albums, I think. And they're so slow and so like sentimental, and it's not this like pop bullshit that she pops out. Like, she just kind of like seems to, make pop music like so bland and repetitive and actually so fun to listen to when you're on a jog. But I feel like those 2 was such a different tone, and all the songs were sort of about like yearning for forbidden love, or like, wanting someone to come back and express their love for you, but they're not able.
Yeah, okay.
And there's also like, there's this one song called The One, which is a highway in LA to Big Sur. And there's all this like photographic evidence of Taylor and Carly hanging out in Big Sur. And there's like a blurry Bigfoot photo of them kissing at Madison Square Garden. Yeah. It's like shot from below the balcony, and it's sort of like they could just be chatting with each other, but it sort of looks like they're making kissing out. Yeah,
there you go. Because Carly Kloss, she was in the Bad Blood video, wasn't she?
She was. Yeah.
Which is Reputation, which was before. No, actually, Lover was in between, I think.
Yes.
Reputation, Lover, Folklore.
Yes. Yeah. And then Lover was like weird LGBT, like, she was like, oh, drag queens, like, I'm actually pro gay people, and I'm like, because you're gay, bitch. Like, that's how I feel about her. But yeah, I do think like Madison Square Garden, perfect place for Taylor Swift to get married. Like, you couldn't write it. Like, it's so good.
Totally. And I love like how egregious it is, but also I like that, you know what, she has brought joy to so many people's lives, like throughout her 30-something.
She's the Beatles. She's like
totally.
She's the Beatles we deserve. But she is the Beatles of like our generation, I think.
Like, take the day, cause havoc in New York City.
Yeah,
like,
you earned it.
It's your special day. Do what you want.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It would be pretty funny though if you were like unable to get to a meeting or like something really bad and you're like, Taylor Swift,
So the reason I think it's going to be a documentary, one, she's a capitalist queen.
Yes,
but
and there's no footage or no photos, nothing.
No footage, no photos. But also apparently she walked down the aisle to one of her own songs, which makes me think licensing.
Yes.
Not an issue.
That's so true. I heard it was Love Story.
Makes sense.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's a song about being proposed to.
Yeah. Great key change in Love Story.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I remember, so when Love Story came out, I was in high school and me and my friends did rowing together. We were really bad. But we would have to get up at like 4 a.m. or at like 3 a.m. and be on the water at 4 a.m. Like, that's just the rowing life, babe.
Yeah.
And you had to get on the water. And so like we'd get like all card pulled together by someone's poor mum who had to get up at a crazy hour as well. And I remember like Love Story is the song that we always used to sing, and we were like delirious and like so tired, and we would just sing Love Story to wake up. And then in our rowing shed, it was mostly women, except there was this one boy. I still don't know his name, but he always wore like a rowing zoot suit, which you can, I don't know if you, do you know what a zoot suit is?
Is it like a?
Yeah, it's like a unitard with shorts. It's like the least flattering.
Yeah.
You look like a bear in the circus or something. Like you look so silly. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's a leotard, singlet leotard, and then like long shorts, like really unflattering, like 80s style shorts. And there was like one guy, and he just used to like walk around in his zoot suit all the time, and we were all like jokingly in love with him, and we called him Zooty Boy.
Great, excellent.
And so we changed all the lyrics of Taylor Swift's Love Story to be like, it was like, Zooty Boy, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All that's left to do is row. Anyway,
Great.
It's very, you have to row to understand.
No. It takes you back to it takes you back to a time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just on your advice, a good life is the best revenge.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely agree with this, and I've said it on the pod a couple of times. And you would know this as a creator, you kind of know who's helped you out throughout your life, and you know the people who not necessarily haven't, but just haven't.
Yeah.
And I have a list.
Yeah, we all have like little incel lists in the back of our brains.
Like, I'll show you.
Yeah.
And it is through having the billboard or being on stage at the RSL that you
you get. But I also think there's something about like, even like if you are living well, you don't think about those people at the end of the day. You're sort of just so like in your own lane. Although I do think there's nothing better than when you find out, like you're making a friend with someone, you find out you have the same enemy. It's like, oh, it's so good. I was at a party the other night, and my friend came up to me and he was like, oh, you worked with this person. And I was just like, oh, they were awful. Like I hated them. And my friend was like, oh my gosh, thank God. Like they bullied me at art school. They were like so rude to me. And we just had this like full, and he was like, I was worried that they were like, you're a really good friend and like all this stuff. But yeah, I was super like, there's nothing more like unifying than a common enemy.
Absolutely, yeah.
But having a good life means that you forget about them, you don't think about them because they're like so inconsequential.
Totally,
yeah.
Fuck those people. Isn't there the saying, the enemy of your enemy is your friend, or something like that?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a wholehearted agreeer of that sentiment.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, like you wouldn't have any enemies. You know, like that would be the dream, right? But then like you just need a little spice in your life.
You do. And it's like,
who do you consider an enemy? Because I think there's like two forms of enemies. Like there's enemies that are people that like have actually wronged you, like who have done something that is really like struck you down or like made you feel small or like actually done something tangibly bad. But then I think there's also another version of enemy, which I call nemesis.
Yes.
Which are people that are sort of like on the same level playing field as you, maybe slightly ahead, and you go, oh, why didn't I get those opportunities? And I don't think they're your enemies. I think that they're your nemesis. And sometimes your enemies can be your nemesis.
Yeah.
But I think that like, to me, that's like an important distinction to make, because you can ultimately be happy for your nemesis' success.
I love that delineation, and I do think that there is I have a philosophy of, I'm sure they're a good person.
Yep.
Just not.
But fuck them.
Well,
I'm going to get them. I'm going to get their ass.
But they're just not my person.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's
That's true.
unless they've done something specifically. But there's like, you can go and be good over there.
Over there. Yeah. Without me.
Yeah. Not everyone, and this is me, a recovering people pleaser. So I will always try and be friends with everyone, whereas that's actually not that healthy. So,
oh yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I like my last housemate. I think I like people pleased my way like too far. Like she was like very cool. I probably shouldn't talk about this on a podcast. I don't care. I just want to say, full disclosure, I really like her. I think she's a good person. I don't think she's a bad person, but she's just a very, you know, people that are like naturally cool and they have this energy where like they're not trying to please you.
Yeah.
And so like that sometimes comes off like a little bit cold,
Yeah.
especially if you are a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when we were living together, it was like a dog and a cat. Like I was like, hey, do you want, can I cook some food for our house? Like, what do you want to hang out? Can I put this here? Can I, like, you know, and she just was like,
Yeah.
not stop, but just sort of like did not want to. I remember like our group chat when we first started living together, it was me being like, hey, just picked up some things for the house, what do you think? And it's like no reply. And I'm like, hey, like I'm gonna cook a curry, like would you like some? I'm probably gonna make too much. Like no reply. It was like an insane person like talking to themselves. Anyway,
Did she exist? Or was it
no, I actually didn't. I was actually living alone. But I think like there was something in that where it was like when she did start warming up to me, I think I was like, I'll do anything you say. Like I'll do anything you want. And I think she like definitely overstepped a couple of boundaries that like I had not set clearly because I don't know how to talk to people about boundaries. But like then I was unable to like tell her my real feelings.
Got it.
Because I was scared that like we would go back into that dynamic where I was like, hey, how's it? And then she would just like shut me out.
Yeah.
And so I remember, and I think that like when our house ended, it was sorry that I keep talking about this. It's just like on the front of my brain, but it was just very like acrimonious. Like it was just like, I think it was a lot of like pent up, like me being like, God, I wish I'd been like more explicit about like, don't eat like all of my tuna or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so dumb.
I relate a lot to this. Like I have always been, I almost find myself apologizing for confronting them on something. I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, I'm sorry. I could have handled that better, but actually no, you were being a bit of a dick. So
I wish I was able to say that second part. I was at the laundromat. This is also like not that interesting. I was at the laundromat last night because like when you move house, like you accumulate so much like washing over time because you can't use your machine or like for whatever reason we had like so many loads of washing. So I went to the laundromat and I there were two girls kind of like chatting like bitchily in the corner. And there was all the machines were like full and like most of them was stopped, had finished, like the washing had been done.
Yep.
And so like I opened one and this girl was like, and I was like, oh, it's like, so, and she was like, that's mine. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, would you mind taking it out so I can like put a load on?
Yeah.
And she just like treated me like I was like the most evil scum of the earth. Like I had completely done the wrong thing. And I'm like, you're here gossiping. Your washing is done. Like, this laundromat is not a nice laundromat, by the way. Like when I was taking my washing out, a sock fell on the floor and I went to pick it up. And as I picked it up, there was a used condom on the ground. Like it's not, I'm like, I just couldn't believe I was getting treated like I was the bad guy for wanting to like quickly get in and out of this place.
Totally. Well, firstly, good on whoever it was for practicing safe sex. But
yes, but don't do it in a laundromat.
Don't do it in a laundromat.
Yeah.
There's a taking loads pun there. But
oh my gosh, there is. Don't dump your load. Don't dump your load of cum where people do a load of washing. That's not it. That's bad.
Wash loads don't take loads, or
maybe wash loads don't take loads. That's so much better.
Yeah.
Wow. You should get into comedy.
But secondly, I would say you're not going to give her a second thought when your billboard.
No, I am. Like, it's like those people that I'm really mad at. I was so mad. I was like, how dare? And then I was so apologetic because I was like, oh, they were just like with the two girls that seemed really cool. Whenever a girl is cool, it's like game over, man.
Yeah. I
can't deal with it.
It's the same with gays.
Really?
Cool
Whenever a
gay
gay is cool?
Yeah. And I would say I find it's the same with comedy as well.
Whenever a comedian is cool.
Yeah, and there are those comedians who are just so, like, they're naturals on stage. And they just breeze on stage, just crush. They may not even tell one joke, but they have the audience in hysterics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. Like, Nemesis, happy for you.
Yeah.
But God, what I would do. I'm more of a writer than I am a performer, as I believe. Like, you prefer writing as well.
For sure.
And so for me, I got into comedy to build up my confidence.
Yeah.
In a work capacity, and just kind of kept going with it. And so I'm much better than I once was, but I just see these people, this natural.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Well, some shit, dude. That's
yeah.
I guess that's just not us.
Yeah,
like-
it's just not us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that. I wish I could be that cool.
Yeah. I do and I don't, because I also think it's like a blessing and a curse to be like intimidating or something. I think you get put
Yeah.
in a lot of like very different precarious positions
So
potentially.
I agree with. I like being as aware of myself as I am.
Yeah.
And it's through kind of bumbling through life.
Yeah.
that-
If anything, I don't wish I was more confident. I wish I was dumber. That's probably.
What, do you though?
Yeah, I wish I was like, I don't know. I wish I was like more deluded or something.
I think someone once asked me, like, would you rather live a life where you're happy with just like white picket fence, send your kids to school, like just kind of like, and not to dismiss that life, but just out of the rat race, out of that fast lane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I would.
Oh, but if you were happy with that, then you would be, you know?
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
guess
sure.
it's sort of like you wouldn't be you. You'd
But
be like this other person.
But if there was a pill that you could take that would make
That would
you
take
that
you out
person,
of the
I don't know whether I'd take that pill.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like it's nice being like addicted to the rush. I don't think anyone's happy with like white picket fence, because even if you
Sure.
have a white picket fence, you're like looking over your neighbor's white picket fence, being like, "Whoa, that white picket fence is like way more wider and picketier."
Yeah.
Like I must be doing something wrong. Like I think sort of the comparison and like the drive to want more is inevitable.
Human
Even
nature.
if you're not putting it into your career, it'd be like, well, I want to have my kid, or I want to have more kids, or I want to have 1,000
car
kids
or
and run a cult.
bigger
Yeah,
house.
sorry, a
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
car. Yeah,
yeah.
like
Run a cult.
you know, it's like, yeah. I just feel like you would never, like, no one's ever fully content, and if they are, I don't know. I wish I was someone that like was better at like, I don't know, putting myself at riskier situations, or like just not being so anxious all the time. Like I think it's such a prison. And I feel like it's this thing is where as you get older and you're like, maybe I'll just stay in. And then you're like, oh, am I knowing myself more, or am I just like becoming a nerd? Am I on the slippery slope of becoming like a total shut-in, and like this is just step one, you know?
Yeah.
Do you ever think that? You're in your 30s, right?
I'm in my 40s.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm 42.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
so-
What's your secret?
Look, good genes, to be
Oh,
honest.
shut up.
No, I've done.
Yeah, and like
I've done it all.
placenta
like,
facials
no,
that
like,
cost
it's-
$5,000.
No, but like haven't done Botox, haven't done. Oh, like I did Botox. I reckon when I was in my late 20s.
Oh yeah.
But,
Where'd you
like,
get
haven't
it?
Since, like a mate who's a doctor. Who
But
said,
no,
"Come-"
like where in your face did you get it? Not like what's the
a little crease in here that I still
Yeah.
kind of have.
Yeah.
But no, I don't even really moisturize half the time. Like
What?
It's, yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
need to start.
Yeah. What's your heritage?
Half Mexican.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. So, but no, I know exactly what you are saying, and it's actually not that. I go through seasons. Sometimes I want to like just carve things up, and then other times I'm so content being in bed with a book at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's good. Do you find like, I guess now you're in your 40s, so you probably have a whole new perspective, but I feel like I hit my 30s and like immediately became about hobbies. Like I hit my 30s, I like joined the gym, I started doing Pilates and dance lessons and climbing, and it was like, it feels like, you know, when you're like a kid and you're trying to figure out like what you like, and so you do like drama class, or you like learn the flute.
Totally.
Like I feel like that's what your 30s is again,
Yeah.
where you're like, I'm gonna be bad at something, or I'm gonna pick up something that I used to do, that I used to enjoy. It's like, to me, it's like a return to childhood almost.
I love learning.
Yeah.
I love
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd. This guy loves learning.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what the meaning of life is, to learn. Like I would hate to ever think that I know everything.
Yes. No, I love that, because as soon as you think you know everything.
It's like,
you're
oh, that's boring.
absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. So like I got into comedy when I was 39.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're gonna be like on one of those You know those like not memes, but they're like Facebook things. They're like, Wayne Coyne started playing guitar when he was like 30 years old. Tina Fey got her first writing job when she was 27. You know, you're going to be like, you could start at any. Andy Prokopis started stand-up comedy at 39. Like, you can be anything at any age.
I hope that that's the case, because I would love, like, if I could, without sounding too preachy, I would love anyone, like, it's not too late. Like, it's
this is
it's
true.
Just, it's just, if you want to try something, give it a whirl.
And it always feels too late.
Sucks.
Like when I was 17, I started doing stand-up comedy, and I started at the same time as Aaron Chen, who was like 14.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fucked it. You know, I was just like, oh, I'm 17. I'm over the hill. I'll never be 14 and doing stand-up comedy. Like, but actually, now that I look back on it, I'm like, oh, that's like pretty early, actually.
Totally. Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
that's a flex. I mean, I'm not as good as I should be for someone who started when I was 17, but I think stand-up is something I do not that frequently. Like, it's sort of like I go through phases where I'm like, a couple of years I do it all the time, and then I don't do it for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, and without blowing smoke, how you kind of have comedy in your life, and you're a writer, and you're doing all of these different projects is a blueprint for me, who I enjoy, absolutely love stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But I want to be a podcaster who does comedy. Like,
this is your true passion.
This is my true passion. I do want to write a web series. I want to write books.
Yeah.
I want to do this. And then I want to kind of build a profile there. And then when I do an hour, I can tour that hour and not necessarily have to perform to 4 people on a Tuesday night.
because you got your pre-existing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it all feeds the beast, I guess.
So yeah.
Well, can I just say it was really easy, you know, all these years. It was just super. It was just everything came to me, and it was just trust the process.
Yeah.
No, I will say, like, I don't know. Yeah, I do want advice. I guess you don't. Do you want advice?
Yeah, please.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, well, I just also think like whenever someone that's been in the industry for like whatever 15 years gives you advice, it's like immediately outdated, because there was nothing in the media landscape that exists now existed back in the day.
Yeah.
But I guess like if this was like back in the day, I'd be like, get up and do comedy spots, because you just couldn't find anywhere to do them. You had to like go deep into the dark web to be like stand-up comedy nights in Sydney, and then like after that you had to like go and attend them. Like, it wasn't just all on the internet. It wasn't done with like Facebook posters. It was just like it was like a weird, if you know, like interconnected network of like freaks who liked doing stand-up. Like, it was just so different even then. Whereas now I think I would just be like, oh, there's a sign-up night here, video yourself and, you know, rage at a heckler and put it online. Like, it's so different.
I did the circuit for a couple of years, and like I'm still gigging.
Yeah.
But also as a queer comedian in Sydney, there's probably like less rooms nowadays. And also as someone, I am in my 40s, yes, I don't necessarily present that way.
Yeah, brag.
But the rooms are getting younger, the rooms are getting smaller, the rooms are getting probably a bit more straighter.
Yeah.
Having that online avenue is a great way to kind of find
because you build your actual community.
Audience.
Oh, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start. I think with writing, like something that really helped me was when I was in year 12. So maybe go back and do year 12 again.
Yeah, great.
But I did like extension 4, which is basically like where you choose a format, like a short story or a short film or a poem, and you basically spend like a whole year trying to write something that fits that format the best way you can. And you do a lot of research into like if you're doing poems, you'd like read all these poets and you figure out what kind of poem you want to write in that like whatever iambic pentameter or blah 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 whatever. But for me, I did a pilot sitcom, and so like I spent like basically the whole like year of my 18th year like just reading comedy pilots.
Amazing.
And then wrote one myself. And I feel like actually, apart from being in writers' rooms, which I think is like such a, you know, incredible thing to do if you're a writer, like that sort of having that foundation and like going in already knowing like what like in the sitcom way, like knowing what an A story or a B story or a C story is, that stuff really helped, that I learned when I was like a kid. Amazing. Basically.
What do you think is one of the best comedy pilots out there?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. There's so many 30 Rock. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like they're also different as
Yep.
well. Like I remember reading the Feel Good, the Bay Martin one, and then being like, this is not what got shot at all. And Broad City as well was so different. And so much of their jokes, like on the page, they don't hit as hard as they do when you see them in real
Totally.
life because it's predicated on their chemistry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 30 Rock pilot is
Yeah.
like, it's
Liz
tight.
buying the hot dogs.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely going to credit that advice. So, yeah, it gets the rubber stamp, goes into the coffee table book.
I hope so.
But we might move on to the advice that presents itself as bad, but you actually, presents itself as good, but you actually think is bad.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't think that's true. I think what doesn't kill you nearly kills you and fucking sucks. That's sort of my take on that. Because I feel like you think back to all like the hardest times in your life and it's like, yeah, I feel like people say it makes you stronger because it makes it seem like a good thing that you had to go through something horrible. But I actually don't think it's a good thing. I actually think it makes you like weaker in so many ways. It makes you like more tired, more worldly. It probably like adds stress to your body that's going to give you like a stress-based like debilitating disease. Like it's like I do think that like what doesn't kill you actually does make your life worse much more than it does make you stronger, you know? That's my theory. I think it's like a nice thing to cheer people up. Be like, well, yeah, it makes you stronger, but I don't think it does.
Kind of like the telling the bride that if it rains on her wedding day, it means good luck.
Yes, it's like, that's not true. That's just like, you have to say it so she feels better.
Yeah. I'm such an optimist.
Yeah.
And I do believe, particularly like in comedy, where the most traumatic story is usually the funniest.
That is true.
I think that while it may not kill you, while it may not make you stronger, it provides an important lesson, or like it's in the mosaic tile of life. It's an important tile.
I don't know. I think it comes down to my fantasy of just like wafting through life with like a smooth brain. I think that's probably like what my dream is.
Would you want a stress-free life though?
Yes. Yes. Have you read Lena Dunham's book, Fame Sick?
Not yet. No, it's on the list.
It's literally like she was a workaholic her whole life. And then like when she was like 25, she just kept like getting like these weird mystery illnesses that like plagued her body. And like I think a lot of them were stress-based. And now I'm in my 30s and like I was a workaholic. Like I like basically when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh yeah, you can have friends and have a good life or you can work, but you can't have both.
Yep.
You know? And so I just like locked in like pretty much and was like, I thought I was like, I don't know, probably was like, oh, those people like partying and have fun. Well, they're all stupid idiots because guess what? Like I'm working and that's cool. But it also meant that like I missed out on like so much fun stuff during that time where I was like going, oh yeah, anyway, I do think that like now I am in my 30s and I feel like my body is like collapsing in on itself.
Sure.
So yeah, what didn't kill me made my body collapse in on itself, I guess. I don't know.
But like if we suspended reality, money is no object. Do you think you would still write and create and
I would still write. I definitely wouldn't do stand up if money was no
Yep.
object.
Yep.
I would buy an island and
Yep.
write stuff. Or I don't know. I love writing. It's the only thing that I don't know. It's interesting because I've never had. I think like knowing what you want to do privilege is like a form of privilege.
Totally.
Right. So like there's some people that like they know they want to be a lawyer or they know they want to be a doctor and they grow up and then they're a doctor and like that's all they've ever been and they've never had to think about anything else.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how I feel about like whatever space I've carved out for myself in this industry. Like I've never wanted to do anything else and I've never worked as anything else. That's not true. I've worked in retail and at a cafe, but like, you know, everyone has that. But like, I think, I feel very lucky that I figured out when I was 17 that I wanted to do this kind of stuff and then did it. And then I'm very lucky now that I get to keep doing it and that it sustains me financially.
Yeah.
What was the question?
So if money was no object, would you continue to do the...
Yes, absolutely.
And that's...
And because if money was no object, I'd be able to like fund my own film, or I'd be able to like actually make cool things or put my own money into like other people's cool things, you know?
But I look at comedians look, Jerry Seinfeld, current stuff aside, even in the last, let's say 10 whatever years, where he's just been fucking megalomillionaire, Jerry Seinfeld, his comedy has suffered because he's so out of touch. I believe. As a fan of Seinfeld, the show, I feel that his stand-up is no longer relevant to the
human experience. You know, it probably isn't. Like, I think if you, are a millionaire and you get like ushered everywhere in a Ferrari, like champagne problems, like you're not going to have relatable material.
Totally.
But I also do think like you could still back, like, speaking of cancelled men, Brad Pitt, for example, like he is allegedly bad man. But he puts his money into like incredible indie films that like, and really great projects. Again, I just want to say, like, I know he's bad and I think he's bad. And this is just like my example of like someone who has $1 billion doing something interesting and funding good art. And I guess like making art himself, although I feel like the movies he's been in have been kind of flop. But like, I think if money was no object, I would still like dedicate my life to making sure like interesting art got made, especially interesting art in Australia, because no one funds interesting stuff here. No one wants to see anything like subversive or challenging. Like everyone just wants to see like the same 4 comedians in their 50s do the same characters, like, which I understand. Like I listen to Taylor Swift. Why do I listen to Taylor Swift? It's because it's the same BPM and the same 4 chords. And when I'm stressed, it calms me down. But at some point you do need to consume and invest in art that challenges society and the community that you're making it for. And I think that's really important.
Like, but I would find like doing that would be a form of work, and with that would come a form of stress, but it's a relevant stress.
But that's being stressed is fun. Haven't you ever like sent in a deadline and then like went and lay down on your bed for 5 minutes? It's just like, you're like, oh God. And then you're like, oh, it's done. And then you're like, oh, I hope no one hates it. Like but there's something about like, stress is like an addiction almost, in that like you can become relieved from it, and then that is its own like cortisol spike or crash or whatever. It's like this epic high when you get it.
And Mark Manson talks about relevant stress versus like you wouldn't want a stress-free life.
Irrelevant stress.
Well, like getting stressed over like I don't know, being stuck in traffic or whatever it might be, versus being stressed about, this, like from a funding creative arts, this art show hasn't got the RSVPs that I would want it to. Like, that's relevant stress. And that's a good thing to be stressed about. Because it motivates.
No, I think I love being stressed secretly, but I also think it's killing me.
But it's making you stronger.
It's making me stronger, being stressed all the time. No, I think I'm like less stressed now, and I think it's sad because I feel like I'm not less motivated, but because I know what the industry is like, I don't operate in immediacies anymore. Like, you know, I used to think like, oh, if I do XYZ, I'll get like a TV pilot tomorrow. But like sometimes I think like if I had TV pilot, like what would I even have, or what would I want to say, or what would I even make? Like I think, and then even if I did make that, like, you know, you'd have to pitch it around first, and that would take like a year, and then it's like, and then you'd have to develop it, and that would take like a year, and then like you'd have to go into production, that would take like a year, and then I'm like 100 years old and I'm dead, like you know. And so I think there's sort of, because of the reality of the industry, you're sort of just like, you're more at peace with how things work and how like slow they are. You're less like chomping at the bit to like find things to get made.
But even like, to the testament of you and your mate who made the film, that's
it's called
Burbank.
The Cure.
Like, what's it called? Sorry?
It's called The Cure.
The Cure.
It's about a Victorian girl who goes back in time to find the cure for her mum's tuberculosis, but then she goes forward in time to the future, and she ends up in the year 2026 in a podcast studio with 2 Gen Z podcast girls who are fucking useless.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
so stupid.
But like, to your credit, like, you are making your own shit on your own timetable, and like I think now, without sounding, many people have said this exact same thing multiple times, but the industry and the kind of giants of industry and the gatekeepers, etc.
Yeah.
There is no better time to be building your own shit than it is right now.
Absolutely. And it's also like, if you enjoy it and you
Yeah.
have friends that are willing to help you make something, like
Totally.
absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've strayed slightly from killing and strength, death and strength.
Oh,
But
we
like,
can go back if you want to.
oh no, I don't, yeah,
You're like,
no,
I
we-
hate
we-
those two things.
No, yeah.
I love life. And
Yeah.
being weak.
I think if you're not dead, then you just keep going.
You're alive.
Yeah, if you're not
That
dead,
should be-
you're alive.
That should be like a motto. Like, if you're not dead, then you're
You're
alive.
alive. And if you're alive, you keep on fighting.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I'll probably disagree with you on this one. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that we had to like debate about it.
Oh, it's the Accreditation Bureau.
Oh,
Yeah, so
what does that
it's-
mean?
So as in whether the advice that you bring is accredited.
Oh, so you're gonna be like myth busted at the end
Myth
of this.
bust-
Oh,
yeah.
so you're gonna be like advice accredited or like
Yep.
advice busted.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's
I don't care.
Yeah, we can disagree. It's absolutely.
We can
it's
agree to
it's-
disagree.
It's a fake
We
organization.
can agree to disagree is actually a
can.
good one. I feel like that's a band-aid. Anyway, I'll let someone else argue that. Don't you think? It's like, yeah, anyway.
I would rather agree to disagree than engage in a long-winded, drawn-out feud with someone who you are never going to change their mind on.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So agree to do, like, it is a band-aid, but it's also just an out to go.
It's a
This
good
is
way of
not
moving
worth
on.
our time.
Yeah.
Listener dilemma.
Lay it on me.
We have got a listener dilemma from Blake.
Ooh, Blake.
So years ago, I had a falling out with a friend and we don't speak anymore.
Rough.
Someone just sent me a screenshot of his dating profile and he's still using an old photo of us together. It bugs me that my photo is being used by someone I'm no longer friends with, but I know if I ask him to take it down, it will be a whole thing. What should I do?
Oh my gosh, I want to see the photo. My assumption is that the friend looks really hot in the photo.
Oh, I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
But like, fuck you and your hot photo. Like, take it down.
Yeah.
'Cause I hate you.
But it's also like when you're on Tinder or whatever, or any whatever dating app,
yep.
and you show a picture of another person, that means anyone that's on that app assumes
You could be.
you're good friends with that person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Or
Yeah.
do they even know which? I guess there's multiple photos.
Like
so-
if you were in my Hinge or whatever, everyone would be like, "Oh, you're friends with Andy Prokopis," and I'd be like, "Yeah." So it's kind of weird. I don't know. I actually think this like speaks more to the friend, to how psycho the friend is,
As in the ex-friend?
the ex-friend. Sorry, don't you think? Because I'm like, why would you have a picture where, or the ex-friend is ugly and hasn't taken a good photo since they were friends,
Yeah.
because it was probably from 10 years ago.
But does that make it okay? That's not Blake's problem?
I don't know. I have a very like egomaniacal response to this, which
Right.
is like, it's like this person is like still not over me, right? Because like I'm like, I'm on the billboard. They're not thinking of,
Yep.
I'm not thinking about them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Blake, you're on the billboard.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about them.
Yeah.
And your friend literally has a picture of you on their dating profile. Like that means you've won the breakup. That's my interpretation.
Yeah, no, that's a real positive spin. I would say, one, how long ago did the friendship break down?
Yeah.
Because if it's a 5-year-old photo, the guy shouldn't be using a 5-year-old
No,
photo.
not at all. And it's also like, even like not thinking about Blake being there, but if the photo is like 5 years old and then the ex-friend goes on a date, that date is going to be like, you don't look like
Yeah,
your picture.
yeah. What do you reckon the acceptable time on a dating profile?
I don't know, honestly, because there's so many different like versions of yourself that you can put on
Totally.
a dating profile.
Yeah.
Like, what if you put yourself as a child? That's actually weird. No one wants to date a child. But, like, you get lots of photos, right? You get, like,
Sure.
5 photos, and then you get, like, 10 funny captions or
Yeah.
whatever.
I would say the majority of the photos should be from the last 12 months.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there's 5, 3 of them should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from a year ago.
Yeah.
But what if the friendship breakup was, like, just 12 months ago?
I would say so. Then that's the next layer of if you lose custody of the photo.
Yeah, I think
It's-
so too.
yeah.
But I'm also just like, well, what do you think Blake should do in this situation?
Well, you tell me.
Me? Well, I still think it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, so, okay, think
Blake
of it,
Blake should just go be thrilled and
well,
like
think of it as like, instead of the friend being a friend,
Yeah.
what if it was like an ex-partner?
sure.
Actually, I think you would go back and be like, please don't
Take-
put
yeah.
me
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this.
yeah.
But at the same time, I'd be like, if it was an ex-partner and like the breakup was bad and they still have you in their dating profile, I'd be like, they're not over it. I want the breakup.
Mm.
Like, I think I literally would be, or I'd be like, they put their photo there because they know I'm going to see it and they want to restart communication.
Mm. Yep.
Which I think the wise thing to do is not take the bait and just let them use your
Yeah.
photo. And that means you won the breakup.
Yeah, so I agree with, and it's almost like, lol, what a loser, you're still using this photo.
Yeah.
But then the other tact is just to social ninja and create a fake account and
I'd be like, who's that
Yeah,
hot
who-
guy
who's-
next to
yeah,
you in that
who's your hot
photo?
mate?
That's actually so funny. Like, maybe not, like, just creating a bunch of fake accounts and like trying to riz
oh, how do
the
you
picture
know
of yourself.
such and
How do you know
such?
so-and-so?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, well, he hates you. Blake hates you, actually.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Yeah. No, I think walking away knowing you won the breakup,
Yeah.
it's good advice.
That's so mature of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm mature now because I'm in my 30s. So yeah.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you like boulder and Pilates your way into inner peace.
That's
you
it.
know?
That's
yeah.
it. Just zen. Yeah.
My joints are so sore
From Pilates.
from like living. I think it's from moving, but I also think it's like it's like everything, like my feet, my hands, my ankles, like oh my gosh, my wrist. I twinged my wrist the other day, not the other day, like 2 months ago, and I was wearing like a wrist brace for a little while, and it's fine, like it's healed, but I think in doing like, because I didn't want to put weight on my wrist, so I've been putting more weight on my fingers. So now I've twinged my finger, and I'm like, it's just like the twinge is getting passed from like parts of my hand to other parts of my hand,
Oh, wow.
because I'm just, trying to mitigate like the weight of something else by putting it on a different part of my body too much. Anyway, I'm in my 30s. Did I mention?
And just accepting that, you know
Yeah.
what?
It's just going to get
Yeah,
worse.
yeah,
I can
it's
tell
just-
it's just going to get worse.
Look,
Anyway.
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, mate.
It's not. It's hurting my body. Anyway.
So Nina Oyama, are you plugging anything at the moment? What would you like to give a plug to?
I'm plugging this for a reason, but I can't tell you what the reason is.
Okay.
But I need everyone to watch Race Around the World.
Okay.
It is a free-to-air TV show. It's on the ABC
Mm-hmm.
every Sunday. ABC every Sunday, 6 filmmakers
Yep.
get dropped off in random locations around the world, and they have 10 days to make a film about something in that location.
Great.
And then every Sunday they play all the films. They're 4 minutes long. Each film is 4 minutes long. And then they have like a panel of judges like Margaret Pomerantz and Alexei Toliopoulos, and Bruce Beresford, who won an
Great.
Academy Award.
Yeah.
They have these like huge heavy hitters judging these like young filmmakers that have sort of chaotically been dumped in a different country
Yeah, great.
to make films. And then once they've made the films, they then get dumped in a new country. And they've been doing this, they're going to do this for 100 days.
And are they rotating the same, like 6 countries? Or,
No, it's like
just
all these different,
yeah,
and it's
okay.
like random countries. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
Monrovia or something. Like it's like places, well, like the Bahamas. Like
Yeah,
it's, and that you see like what each filmmaker's each filmmaker sort of has a voice. And at the beginning, it sort of feels like it's being like, it's a little bit raw, I would say, their voice. And then it becomes like more and more refined, like the more you watch it. And anyway, I'm addicted to it and I can't stop watching it.
Yeah, great.
So that's what I'm plugging. Otherwise, I have a very small role in a Stan series coming up.
Okay.
In Gnomes.
Okay,
I play a horny MILF.
great.
And then I'm on a couple of ABC shows, but I'm just not sure when they drop.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Yeah, watch the ABC. Just stay plugged in.
Watch the ABC and follow you on socials.
Yes.
Yes.
And also Deadlock 2 came out a couple of months ago, and it's on Amazon. So please watch Deadlock 1 and then watch Deadlock 2.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Excellent. Nina Oyama, thank you so much.
Thank you, Andy.